Okay. Praise the Lord. Are you a working class content creator who's struggling to grow on YouTube? You're getting little to no views. You're frustrated. You're too exhausted to press record because you're working a 9 to 5 job and you just can't seem to catch any traction in being able to connect with the right audience so that you can see your channel take off and grow. Well, this evening on the huddle tonight, we want to talk about 5 mistakes that you could be possibly making as a small YouTube channel. And we're starting right now. Praise the Lord, everyone. Welcome to the huddle. I'm your host, Walter Strong, where our goal is to help working class content creators like yourself to grow your channel, get more views, and make money online. And as we said this evening, tonight, we want to talk about 5 mistakes that you could be possibly making as a small YouTube channel that's keeping you from growing on YouTube. And so if you're new here tonight, let us know where you're watching us from. Give us a hashtag Team Live in the chat. Let me know what device you're watching the huddle on, if you're watching us on desktop, HD TV, or your mobile device. Let us know what you're watching this on, where you're watching us from. If you're watching the replay, in the comment section, give us a hashtag Team Replay in the comment section and give us a thumbs up after watching this episode of the huddle, Sunday night edition of the huddle, as we're talking about 5 mistakes that could be possibly hurting your channel and keeping you from growing as a content creator on YouTube. And so let's get into the content. Yes, it's Sunday night. It's WrestleMania 42. So I know everyone is excited, but you stop by because you're seeing the huddle live on Sunday night and you want some tools, some tips on growing your YouTube channel. And so my first tip, the first mistake that I find that a lot of small YouTubers are making, it simply is they have a broken workflow. You have a broken workflow. What do I mean by that? Well, most of us as content creators, when we create content and we upload videos on YouTube, we get an idea of what we want to make a video about. We get in front of our phone, our mobile device, whether if it's an iPhone or a smartphone device. We get in front of the camera, we press record, and we basically share about what we are interested in sharing online. And then after we're done pressing record, we then take that video, put a little editing to it to, to take out the fat, if you will. It's important to trim the fat. And then we come up with a title that we think that is decent enough to be able to get someone to click on the video, and then we say, oh, I need a thumbnail. But the problem with that workflow, like most of us have done in the past, myself included, we didn't really reverse engineer the video and we didn't spend time researching the topic well enough to know that if this is a video that people are interested in, we didn't take time to work on our video package and our thumbnail to make sure that it's in line with the title. So if the title is promising a benefit to a viewer that they can benefit from, the thumbnail works along with the topic and the title together. And as a result, we publish that video and with the hopes that someone will watch it. But the problem with that mindset, especially in 2026, is that over 20 million videos are uploaded each day to YouTube. You add the fact that YouTube Shorts are published, and you have live streams such as this one, and you have individuals who have podcasts, and you have so much content being published on this platform competing for an audience to watch and to consume the content. And so when you have a broken workflow, when you just go ahead and upload a video, you haven't spent any time flushing out why the topic is important to viewers that you want to get in front of. You didn't take the time to really work on your title and your thumbnail. As a result, that mistake is going to keep you from getting views on that video. It's going to keep you your content and your video from helping your channel to grow. And so in today's time of 2026, as content creators, we have to have the right type of workflow that's going to help me and you grow on YouTube. Whether if you are a content creator who's creating educational content, lifestyle content, entertainment content, gaming content, you have to have the right type of workflow that's going to help you to put you in the best position so that that video connects with the right audience. Too many of us, unfortunately, are listening to a lot of bad advice, and we have the wrong perspective of how YouTube works. Well, unfortunately, we have this mindset, this victim mindset, that the YouTube algorithm is against us. When the truth of the matter is, the YouTube algorithm is trying to work with us to connect us with the right audience. It's looking at a viewer's watch time and history, the type of content that viewer watches, how long that viewer watches the content, when that viewer gives a thumbs up or leaves a comment or shares that video. And so when you go to publish your video, the YouTube algorithm is trying to match you with that viewer or viewers so that you can get views on the channel. It's one thing to get a lot of views on a video. I submit to you, getting views are good, but getting quality views are better. I'll say that again. Getting views on your video that you publish to YouTube or when you go live, it's good to be able to get views, but it's better when they're quality views. How do you know when they're quality views? When you see individuals engaging with your content and they're giving you thumbs up. When you see individuals watching your videos from beginning to end because you have an opening hook that has hooked the viewer to watch the video from the beginning to the end. And as the end approaches, they're willing to go in to watch the next piece of content that you're recommending in the video. As YouTube sees that you are developing and putting together content that's keeping viewers on the platform, particularly on your channel, it then says to them, okay, we need to recommend more content to this viewer because they've shown an interest in this YouTuber, into this content creator. They've shown an interest into their channel. And so we have to have the right workflow. So that's mistake number one that unfortunately a lot of small YouTubers are making. My question that I have for you is, do you have the right type of workflow that's helping you grow on YouTube? And if you don't, you got work to do. Which brings me to mistake number two. So we talked about where instead of you taking the time to work on your title, your topic, and your thumbnail before you press record, then when you end up putting the video out or getting ready to upload it, you end up creating a poor thumbnail. What do I mean, poor thumbnail? Poor thumbnail could be simply the image from the video that you let YouTube pick because you didn't take the time to create a thumbnail. Poor thumbnail where you end up taking a photo from your photo gallery of your phone or wherever you have it, and it's a type of photo that does not really connect with the video topic and title, and it's just a picture that you threw on the thumbnail. Maybe you removed the background from it, maybe you didn't, but as a result, the thumbnail, unfortunately, is too busy. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's too many. The fonts are not right. There's too much in terms of words, there's too much of imagery in terms of what you have in the video, imagery that you may have on a shirt or clothes, and it's got the viewer confused about what this video is promising. The thumbnails are to play an important part, especially with so many videos on a platform competing for a viewer. Thumbnails are supposed to be a tool that we can use as content creators that gives a promise to a viewer that you have a question that you want answered, and this video can answer it. You have a problem that you need solving, and your thumbnail is communicating to the viewer that I have a solution for your problem. Or you are, are a content creator who's providing a form of entertainment and relief or enjoyment to say, you as the viewer have had a very difficult and stressful day, and I have a piece of content that's going to bring a smile to your face. That's going to bring some encouragement and lift your head to let you know that things are going to get better for you in the days to come. But it all starts with thumbnail. And when we have poor thumbnails, making that mistake, unfortunately, keeps us as content creators, or keep you as a content creator from growing on YouTube and keeping your channel from not getting this discoverability and getting you in front of the right audience. So that's mistake number 2. Mistake number 3 is having a negative impact on the viewer's journey. Having a negative impact on a viewer's journey. What do I mean by that? A person clicks on your video based upon the topic and the title of your video. Maybe you have a respectable thumbnail that's respectable enough to get them to click, and you go into what the video is promising to provide them, and they start to listen to the video, and within the first 2 minutes of the video, let's say it's a 7-minute video, the first 2 minutes of the video, the first thing you say to the viewer is, hey, like, subscribe, and leave me a comment. You've just asked this viewer, who is looking from something that your video is promising, to like, comment, and subscribe. And so as a result, if you do that enough times in your video too early, you are disrupting the viewer's journey and expectation of what they want from the video. And if you do that enough times, unfortunately, this will cause a viewer to click off your videos and to leave your channel and to go somewhere else because they have an expectation of getting a problem resolved, to getting a question answered. And when we make the mistake in disrupting the viewer's journey, this hurts our ability to grow on YouTube. This hurts our ability, and what the algorithm begins to see, that this person clicked off this video at set time. Now, how can we know that? Well, if you go into your YouTube analytics, you go into the individual video, into the analytics section, I believe it's in the engagement section of the video, you will see when the person bounced off of the video, clicked off of the video, based upon what you said and what you were encouraging them to do that could disrupt the viewer's journey. Or another way is where you give a negative viewer journey, a negative viewer's experience of their journey, is when you end the video with not encouraging them to watch the next video that is in line with the previous video that they watched. And as a result, they click off the video, they leave your channel, and as a result, you lose the opportunity for them to end up watching more content. And so when we disrupt the viewer's journey, when we end the viewer's journey prematurely, instead of keeping them watching more of our content so YouTube can recommend more to them, as a result, that negative viewer's journey becomes a mistake that hurts me and you from growing on YouTube. And we've all made that mistake. What's important though is learning from the mistake, making the improvement to correct the mistake. And so, if you want to grow on YouTube, if you want individuals to watch more of your content, you have to create a positive viewers journey. There is a time and a place to ask for subscribers. There is a time and a place to ask and make a call to action for to ask your viewers to leave a comment and to give you a thumbs up. There is a time and a place, but you have to develop the skill in doing it in such a way where it does not disrupt the viewer's journey. Hey, if you're getting great value out of this episode of The Huddle tonight, we're talking about 5 mistakes that could be possibly hurting you as a small YouTuber. Do me a favor, click that like button for me. Give me a thumbs up. Share this on your favorite social media platform that you're on the most as we continue this discussion on helping you to identify these 5 mistakes that are possibly hurting you as a small YouTuber from growing on YouTube. So we talked about having a broken workflow. We've talked about poor thumbnails. We've talked about disrupting a viewer's journey on YouTube. The next mistake that we can end up making is not being consistent. And I'm not just talking about consistency in terms of uploading videos each week, whether if it's short form or long form. I'm not talking about being consistent in terms of when you go live each week, what day and time. But I'm talking about consistency in your brand message and consistency in terms of the expectation of what, going back to the viewer's journey, of what you are promising a viewer on your channel. Because when you begin to be inconsistent in brand message and in the type of content you're making, or what we call variety content, this will confuse not only the YouTube algorithm, but this will confuse the viewers, because the YouTube algorithm is primarily for the viewer's experience. We are afforded the opportunity to provide them the content. And the YouTube algorithm is saying, I want to provide them content that the viewer is looking for. So if you are a gaming channel who is playing Call of Duty, and you're saying you want to, in this particular live stream, show me how to get to levels 10 to 15 in Call of Duty, when I'm finished watching that piece of content, I should be able to leave from that video experience on how to accomplish and do that. And so if I did that and I got a positive viewer experience from that, chances is I'm going to probably come back to your next piece of content or next live stream. But if I come back to your next live stream and your next live stream or video is on Barbie, on how to fix Barbie's playhouse, there's going to be a disconnect. And I'm going to say, hey, I didn't come to this channel to learn about Barbie's playhouse. I came to learn about Call of Duty. But I look for another video and you have WrestleMania, WWE WrestleMania. And so I watched that. Here's the problem with this, where you end up having this inconsistency of content and variety of content. You start to get viewers and likes on the WrestleMania, but the WrestleMania viewer is saying, I want to watch more content, but you have Call of Duty and Barbie. You see the disconnect, you see the inconsistency in the content. You have to identify the audience you want to make content for and be consistent in providing content for that viewer of audience. That is, whether if they're a viewer of audience for Call of Duty, for WrestleMania, or Barbie. Hey, no shade. There are people who like Barbie. I'm not one of them, right? Also, your brand message. If your brand message is confusing, if there's a lack of clarity about what you're offering on the channel, this is going to hurt your ability to get more views and to grow your channel. So, this is a major mistake that a lot of small YouTubers make. Once you realize it, you have to pivot, make the adjustments, make the correction. People think niching down and finding one target of audience is confining you or like putting you in a prison. No, it's putting you in front of the right audience and giving you the platform to be able to make content for that segment of people who share same interests and goals that you have. But the inconsistency can be the mistake that can hurt you from growing on YouTube. And then finally, I think this is probably the most important mistake of all that a lot of small YouTubers starting out make. You have this interest and desire to want individuals to watch your videos, to watch your live streams, to listen to your latest podcast, and you're new to YouTube, and you post it, you publish it, and the video has a slow start out of the gate. What do? You start calling a lot of family members and friends. You say, surely Auntie uh, Gigi will watch my video. And then after she's finished watching it, she'll share it to my cousin Jeffrey. Start sharing it around a lot of family and friends. And some of them watch it out of just respect and relationship of you being the family member, or if you share it with a lot of friends, you share it with a lot of coworkers, you're telling everybody that you're on YouTube. Here's the problem though. They're not your real audience. They're not the intended audience that you want to be able to create content for. And then when YouTube begins to share them more content that you post on YouTube, and they don't respond and spend the time and watch that content, as a result, they don't either watch the video or they watch it for a few minutes and click off. And you are hurting your organic growth for that video, that goal of that video. You're hurting it. You're hurting the channel, its ability to have organic growth. It's taking the next step, take another step further. You go on to another social media platform, say Facebook, and you go into instant messenger and you start messaging different people about, hey, come check out my latest video. Here's the link in the description. Again, some of them start to watch it while others don't watch it. And as a result, you are hurting your organic growth. Whether if you're doing it through text messages, whether if you're doing it through instant messengers, even sharing your video onto another social media page where you'll probably get a lot of impressions, but as a result, no one watching the video. Very few people watching, because these platforms have and their algorithms have designed themselves in such a way where they want to keep people on their platform. Facebook doesn't want us as YouTubers pulling people off of Facebook to be able to come to YouTube to watch content that we want them to consume. Facebook wants them to watch and look at all their ads and all their reels and videos that are being posted by people on Facebook. And so when you're trying to pull someone off platform, when you're trying to send your content and sharing it with people who are not your true or intended audience, you're hurting the organic growth of your video. And how can you tell? Well, maybe over 3 months, 6 months from now, you start getting some subscribers. You hit your first milestone of 100 subscribers. You get that first 1,000 subscribers, and you're short of about 500 hours of watch time. But when you look at the amount of subscribers that you have, when you really break down the analytics, they're not the true intended audience of your channel. and it frustrates you, it can frustrate me when we're engaging in these types of practices, which are a big mistake that hurts our organic growth. And let's be honest, we've all made that mistake. Once we recognize, we have to make the adjustment. We have to be willing to pivot so that way the channel can experience real organic growth. It's going to take time, but if we develop the skills and having the right type of workflow and and putting the video together properly by first researching our topic, then working on our thumbnail and our title, that a title that's promising a benefit, or that's compelling or concise, a thumbnail that's going to be eye-catching and that's focused, that's going to bring the viewer's attention to focused on what this thumbnail is promising. We're going to win the click and get the views on the videos that we want. So when you have the right type of workflow and you have quality thumbnails, your channel will grow. Not only will your channel grow, but also you're going to have a positive viewers journey where viewers are not just going to watch one piece of your content, but they're going to go end up and watching the next piece of content that you recommend to them as the video is ending. And so as you create a positive viewer journey experience, you as a content creator become more confident and you become more consistent. And as a result, you will have real organic growth. And so these are 5 mistakes. If you're not careful, if you keep making, it's going to hurt you from growing on YouTube. Hey, if you've gotten great value out of this episode of The Huddle tonight, do me a favor, click the like button for me, give me a thumbs up, share this on your favorite social media platform. If you are new to The Huddle tonight and you're joining us for the first time, or you are a returning viewer, do me a favor, click the subscribe button. Now, see, after providing you the value, I feel confident enough, after sharing you some value to you, I'm confident enough, like I say, hey, subscribe to the channel. Where our goal is to help you to grow as a working class content creator, so you can grow your channel, get more views, and make money online. And if that's something that's important to you, you work a 9-to-5 job, you have a family, you have other responsibilities, but you want to create content for the right audience, hey, subscribe to the channel. That's the episode here this evening here on The Huddle. I thank each and every one of you for stopping by and just checking this out and seeing what this channel is about. And we will see you live again next Friday night at 8 p.m., where we get more into tips and tools. Let me go over here. Tips and tools on helping you to grow as a working class content creator, so you not just make an impact in someone's life just for the moment by them giving you a thumbs up or leaving you a comment or even giving you a subscribe, but you are leaving a legacy that improves the quality of their life, that your content is around for 1, 2, 5 years down the road. God bless.